White balance. In this video, I'm going to go through the presets of the white balance on the Canon 90D in a very straightforward beach scene, and we'll compare the differences and see how different settings, different presets alters the appearance of the straightforward beach scene. Conditions were summer's day, middle of the day, high UV. Let's have a look, see what the white balance changes. Got the screen on preview with the beach scene. You press menu, the top left button, and you're looking for the red camera icon, and you want to go across to number 3. So you've got the red icon and number 3, and we see the word white balance there, or the words white balance. And to get access to adjust them, there's other white balance features as well, but today we're just focusing on the presets. So you can scroll up and down with the wheel on the right hand side, press the white balance, and it comes up with the different preset options. Got the auto, daylight, and it also expresses the Kelvin level, 5200 Kelvin for the daylight setting. Shade preset, 7000 Kelvin. Cloudy, 6000 Kelvin. You've got the tungsten light, which is obviously for indoors unless you're after some special effects, and the same with the white fluorescent light. Got the flash and custom for images, but as I say, today we're focusing on the presets. And then we go back to preview because I've got it set on. So let's get some shots. Let's have a look. This shot on auto, so we come back to the settings. We now change over to daylight. Get a shot there with the daylight setting. Come back again, and then we just scroll over and we'll get another one. You can see the real difference there with the shade. And then we'll come over and move to cloudy. You can see how straightforward it is to change the settings. And then just for fun, let's get tungsten. Let's see what that looks like. Very much for tungsten light, not for unless you're after that special filtered look, if you like. And then we'll do the same with the fluoro, just for fun, just to see the effect. My first observation when you look at these images, like when you look at so many images, it doesn't just have to be about white balance, but in photography, so often it is about personal taste. So at first glance, when we compare the four, you can see how the settings really do their job. I mean, there we are in the middle of the day, not with shade, not with cloud, a lot of UV in the air, but you can see how it's doing its job, that both the setting of the auto and indeed the daylight are the ones that are rendering the colors most faithfully, rendering the right level. And to me, the auto's slightly cool, and the daylight has certainly got that touch of extra warmth. And if you're super finicky, it's probably somewhere in the middle. You can see how the auto really is doing a great job. As with all these things, it's personal taste. But I'd be very happy with the auto or the daylight. But in this case, I'd probably go, I think at the end of the day, I'd be going the auto. I like it a lot. Let me know in the comments which one that you do prefer. With the daylight, there is that extra warmth for sure. It wasn't an overcast day, so you can see how the settings do align with their own description for sure. While white balance can be adjusted in editing software, and yes, you can leave it on auto all the time, I think that videos like this can help train your eye to see how color shifts affect an image. Gives you more control when you're taking your shots. It makes you more aware of color itself. It makes you more aware of the differences that these adjustments make. And by looking at videos like this and by experimenting with your own images and adjusting the settings in your camera, that it can make you just a greater awareness, even if you're not going to be using and adjusting these settings all the time. It might be that that you're very happy with the auto results on a consistent basis. It might be you leave it on auto and do any adjustments in processing later. I hope you've enjoyed this video. If you have, please do subscribe. I'll put in the description a link to my website so you can check out a couple of free resources, also a couple of online courses there as well. Thanks so much for watching.